I'm a true 100% believer that people eat what they want to eat. People always eat what they want to eat. And people come to me and they go, you know what, I'm trying to do 80-10-10. I'm really trying to do 80-10-10, but once in a while I just eat bread. I just eat a baked potato. I have popcorn. I have rice. It's not often, but I'm trying to do 80-10-10. I don't understand, why am I eating cooked food? And I go, you're eating cooked food because you want cooked food and the results that come from eating cooked food more than you want to eat raw vegan and the results that come from raw vegan. I don't know how I did this, because in my life I've never just gone out and bought a TV set. I have actually bought TV set. I don't want to say that incorrectly. I bought a TV set and put it in my retreat center so that guests could watch educational videos. I bought a TV set one other time because I wanted my daughter to be able to see educational videos, which she does watch, and every once in a while they're not set up as educational videos. They're more stories, but stories with a moral message or stories with a social message. So we've done that. But other than those two exceptions, I've never actually just gone out and bought a TV set in my entire life to watch TV, which is a little strange because I'd say for most of my entire life I've had a TV or access to a TV. The sister of a woman that I was dating a long time ago gave us a TV because she felt so sorry for us that we didn't have one. And then I moved and someone else gave us a TV. And then I moved again, and again they took pity on us. I'm going like, so I don't know why people took pity on us or took pity on me that I didn't have a TV set. To me, the television set is mind control. It's mindless mind control at that. It's very organized, Mike. We interrupt this program to bring you a special program. It's programming. And I wasn't really, and I'm still not looking to be programmed. I'm looking to be responsible for myself, to take control of my own actions, to take care of things. You know, if something breaks in my house, I fix it, just like my daddy did and his daddy did before him. If I'm not feeling well or someone in the family isn't feeling well, I take responsibility for that and do everything I can to correct the problem, whatever it might be. It's not like, well, you know what, that broke, we better call somebody and have them fix it. Oh, you're not feeling well, we better go see somebody and have them fix it. Oh, this isn't working the way it's supposed to, we better call somebody and have them fix it. Look, I believe everybody should make a living. I'm not trying to replace anybody else, but I'm also willing, there's people who are stealing from other people. We need to go have a word with them and remedy this situation. We can't just quietly or silently let them usurp our power and act as if everything is just fine. Like, when things aren't right, we need to stand up and say so. Which includes being in control of my own life. Why am I telling you all this? You would think like, okay, I don't know what you think. Hopefully you enjoy getting a little inside my head as I share what goes on in my head. And the point of all that is this. I lived in New Jersey for some years. And my last year in New Jersey, there was a TV show that I saw regularly. To be absolutely honest, I don't remember what TV show it was. But there was a TV show I watched regularly, every Wednesday, 7:30 at night. I moved down to Atlanta, Georgia to go to med school, foster my chiropractic career, and at 7:30 on Wednesday night of the first week that I was there, school hadn't yet started. I was just moving in, and there was a tennis court in the apartment complex, and I was out playing some tennis, and I, for some reason, looked at my watch and saw that it was 7:30 at night on a Wednesday, and I had this feeling that I was missing my show. Oh my goodness, I was missing my show. I truly felt I was missing. I want to see it. I don't want to miss it ever. But I was having so much fun on the tennis court, and I knew darn well that it wasn't on at 7:30 in Atlanta, Georgia. It was on at 7:30 in New Jersey. But Atlanta's got its own system, its own time schedule, its own stations, and everything wasn't the same. So I just let it go. Played tennis, had a good time, didn't think about it again. The following Wednesday at 7:30, and I remember because it happened to me. And the following Wednesday at 7:30, I'm in school. I was doing some homework. I was actually studying vocabulary, because that's one of the very first courses you take when you go to school to study medicine. You have to know a lot of vocabulary. So I'm studying vocabulary, and it got to be 7:30 on Wednesday night, and I go, oh, I missed my show. The next Wednesday, 7:30, I didn't even think about it. I was busy doing other things. Next Wednesday, I never ever once again, to this point now where I can't even tell you what show it was. How important was it, that fleeting, momentary feeling? Hey, feelings come and feelings go. That's great. That's how it's supposed to be. Feelings come and feelings go. You're supposed to feel them, note them, and then go, okay, what's next? What's my next thing? Is this one I need to put attention on? Do I move on? And for me, it was time to move on. I'm a true 100% believer that people eat what they want to eat. People eat what they want to eat if they humanly can, if they're not in such harsh conditions that they don't have that option. People always eat what they want to eat. And people come to me and they go, you know what, I'm trying to do 80-10-10. I'm really trying to do 80-10-10, but once in a while I just eat bread. I just eat a baked potato. I have popcorn. I have rice. It's not often, but I'm trying to do 80-10-10. I don't understand, why am I eating cooked food? And I go, you're eating cooked food because you want cooked food and the results that come from eating cooked food more than you want to eat raw vegan, and the results that come from raw vegan. So if we could switch it from I'm eating cooked food, I'm eating raw food, to these are the results I want versus these are the results I want, I think we could very easily change the way we behave based on the desired outcome. These are the results I want. I'd like to have some warm soup because it brings back memories of good times. Well, great. Make some good times with cool soup or room temperature soup or ever so slightly warmed soup. Look, there's lots of raw soups that are warm. They don't have to be ice cold. They certainly don't have to be a bowl of gazpacho served in a bigger bowl that's filled with ice to chill it to maximum cold. That's a summer dish. You want warm tomato soup? Fine. Make the texture you want with a food processor, a blender, or both, however you want to do it, or a knife. Make the texture you want. Put the stuff in a bowl or a pan or a saucepan or a frying pan or whatever. Put it on a low temperature and start stirring with your hand when it feels like it's warm. It's warm enough. You'll eat it, it'll be plenty warm. Throw it all in the blender if you want everything to be homogenized. You're not looking for texture. And let the blender warm it up a little bit. Probably you'll warm it more than you meant to. So I'm telling you in advance, do it in little sections, taste, see if it's warm enough. It doesn't have to be crazy warm to count as warm food. If you want to eat warm, you can. That's not that hard. In the wintertime in my house, I keep the house pretty chilly in the wintertime. Not insanely so, but 60s rather than 70s. For people who do Celsius, it's teens rather than 20s. And I'm not really looking for ice cold salad straight out the fridge. So I take cucumbers, lettuce, celery, whatever it is that's cold, and I put it out on the counter, usually before lunch. I'm gonna make it later, but it's gonna warm up a bit. So by the time I sit down and eat it, it doesn't feel cold, unless I want it to be that way. And if I want to, I could even warm the sauce that's going to go over the top and pour warm on my sauce. Pour warm on my salad, and it almost, in your imagination, it could be very chunky soup at that point. But I'm not trying. But I can make warm soup. I can make warm dishes. There's nothing that says you cannot. There's lots of ways to warm up. Warm up a little portion of a thing and you get warm and cool. There's lots of ways to do it. But I would first check in and say, why? What are you looking for about the warm that's so important? Are you trying to warm yourself up because you're not willing to put on another layer of clothing? Like, put on 2 layers and then find out one is redundant and take it off and one was enough. Or move around a bit. There's probably things that need doing. Go do them. A lot of times in the wintertime, I jump up 2 stairs, I jump down 1. I jump up 2, I jump down 1. I jump up 2, I jump down 1. It's still only 13 steps, but it takes me 26 jumps to get there. By the time I'm at the top, I'm plenty warm. I can go sit in my office for a few hours and I'm not getting chilled because I'm not moving around. You gotta move. We're meant to move in life, so if you're so static, so stationary, you're never moving, perhaps it's time to consider some of that. To build your day in a way that you're never sitting down for more than 40-45 minutes before you get up and move, and then you come back and do. When it was really cold this winter, I would go out in my front garden, I'd rake leaves for 10 minutes, I'd come inside, and my gosh, it felt so warm in the house all of a sudden, whereas 10 minutes ago I was ice cold. But 10 minutes of hard raking leaves. Had there been snow, I'd have shoveled snow, but there wasn't this winter, so I raked leaves. Let's look at, why are you cold? Is it because you had something else that was so cold? And understand full well that the first few years of eating raw food requires a lot of adjustment. You're getting used to a different way of eating, a different perhaps body fat level, a different amount of work that your body is performing. So you're generating less heat as a raw fooder than you are as a cooked fooder, because your digestive tract is working about half as hard, maybe even less than half as much. So it's burning, if we'll say, fewer calories. In terms of overall work, this generates into a couple of heartbeats per minute less in terms of effort, and so we're cooler. It's also lower, and we check body temperature of a raw fooder. It's always lower than body temperature of a cooked eater. But let's look at why. Maybe it's crazy important to eat that warm food, but after you skip it once or twice, it's not so important. Especially if you make something that's even better. I love to make foods that are better than the foods I grew up with, that are more satisfying, more tasty, better mouthfeel, more crunch and deliciousness, whatever it might be that I'm trying to supersede, so that I can say, you know what, I don't really miss a Twinkie or whatever it might be in terms of a store-bought confection. They really weren't that good. I can make better confection at home, or I can make better ice cream than the ice cream that I used to buy as a kid. I can actually make better ice cream at home than that, and I can customize the ingredients so that there are no unacceptable ingredients, and I can change it every night if I want. A little. I'll give Francesca 5, 6, 7 different kinds of ice cream, say which one of those 5, 6, 7 did you like best, and then we'll come back to that one, and that can become our standard recipe, and we let the other 5 or 6 just go. Yeah, they're good too, but they're not as good as that one with the raspberries in it, or they're not as good as that one with the frozen mango chunks in it, or fresh mango chunks in it, or whatever it might have been. If you're craving, let's look at what you really want. I want to go back to that one more time, because if you're eating cooked food, it's because you want cooked food. It's because you want to, on some level, whether you think you could eat it and get away with it without getting to have to pay the price, as it were, or whether you want it because there's some addictive level that you go, I've just got to have this, I haven't let go of it yet. Let's pay attention to what you really want and look at your behavior, because in life we do what we want. We really do what we want. And whatever you're doing, let's not blame it on some outside force. Let's take credit for it ourselves. Let's take responsibility. And it's not some chemical force that's making you eat cooked food. If you want cooked food, you wanted to, there's something about it. You wanted to numb yourself. You wanted to go mindless for a while. You wanted to not feel. You wanted to experience that other thing one more time and try to associate it yet again with whatever it was. Even willing to pay the price, because there's always a ticket price. There's always the consequence, the outcome. So I'm going to recommend we eat for the outcome. While we enjoy the pleasure of food, make food that's fantastically pleasurable, but enjoy the outcome. Think about how are you going to feel tomorrow morning. You know, can you keep doing that? What's the scale going to say to you? What's your breath going to say to you? What's your energy? What's your brain? Are you being true to yourself? I mean, that's critically important. Eat food that's fantastic. Make food that's so good that everybody else wants what you have. And then just show them how great the results are by just exuding vibrance and health in every aspect of your life. Hi guys, Dr. Doug Graham here, and I have a question for you today. Are you passionate about helping others reach their fullest health and performance potential? Do you love coaching others? Because if you do, I have a tremendous opportunity to offer you today. With the 80-10-10 Coaching Certification Program, we'll help you turn your passion into profit. We'll show you how to reach clients anywhere, anytime, and you can be confident because you're learning from 3 of the most trusted and experienced people in the raw food movement. Turn your passion into a career while you're helping others get the health that they so desire and deserve. We'll give you the training, the tools, and all the support you need to become a successful 80-10-10 certified coach. Sign up today to become a level 1 coach. They took pity on us. I'm going like, hey! It's going to end by dark, I hear. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing that video.